That way you guys will be able to see me a little bit better. Should have done this before I went live. Oh, in the French toast fraud. Fraudulent French toast. Hello, hello, hello. See me playing around with my curtains? Okay, what was the other one? I don't want to do this. Hello, hello. What a shit. Josh Connor, what a shit show. Exactly. Hello, Mama C. Hello. Hello, homesteading Northern Michigan. What do you think's going on? How crazy? How crazy? Oh, hello from St. Clair, Michigan. Hello, hello. Howdy. I'm up here in Alpena. Well, I'm up here around Alpena. Hello, truth will set you free. God bless you all for being here. Hello. Okay. So, how many of you have seen the Garbage Lefties? All right, good. We're on the same page. Okay. So, I'm going to try and share this. You guys immediately, please, in the comments, as soon as I start to share this, let me know if you guys can hear the audio, because I believe I can share the audio. Biden got more votes than any other president in history. Holy cow! West Virginia prepared mind. I haven't seen you in forever. Seen it all, what a sham. Exactly. Let's hold on. Share the audio. Let's see if I can share the audio. Okay. I said share the audio. So let me know. You guys let me know right away if you guys can hear this, okay? If you guys can't hear it, then I'll take it off. I'll figure out some other way to share it, okay? Christy H., Indiana here. Hello, Indiana, from the red state of Indiana. Hi again, West Virginia Prepared Mind. Hello. I love you guys. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear this, okay? This is Crowder. Hold on, let me see if I can. How does that look? Does that look okay? All right.
Is that there were numerous informal bringing of ballots into a main counting center in Detroit last night. Very informal.
Let me know if you guys can hear this, okay?
Like some attorneys who have been monitoring there were able to gather evidence of that. So we're looking to hopefully in the next 5 or 10, maybe 15 minutes to be able to get the witnesses on to talk about that.
Can you guys hear it?
Folks, but doing our due diligence.
So can I show the video of the coolers and suitcases, and then we can have them on? Or am I going to get?
It's crackling.
If I just show the video?
I mean, you're not going to get time, but I'd rather not. So.
Well, we told everyone that I went and I took a pee break, and I'm like, okay, all right. So 15 or 20 minutes.
How's
and
that?
Your little tush is going to be in here.
I'll be there.
All right. And we'll see you very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Bill.
I turned on the
Drive
video.
safely. Keep driving the road. I know you have that peripheral vision. So, actually, I gotta say, Half Vision Bill's an unbelievable driver. We parallel parked that, and he threw the keys like a boss. That was pretty incredible. It's an unbelievable shot. And this would actually
right here.
These are the ballots. All these ballots. That's for Santa Claus. Oh yeah, I know that spot.
This is over on Crowder's channel.
So these are pretty raw.
Yeah, these are pretty raw. So how long are these videos?
This one's 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. So okay, right here. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. So okay. So right here, for people who are watching, again, we're just getting this. These are people bringing them in coolers. There's no videos.
This one's 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. So let's okay.
You see that right there? That right there. Let me see. I wonder if I can brighten up the screen. I wonder if that'll... Oh, no, it's already bright enough. Okay. That right there is somebody loading up boxes into a little red wagon. Little red wagon. Heck yeah. This is a guy that's loading up boxes into a little red wagon, taking them into a voting place after hours. After everybody's told to go home, there's no security, there's no locked doors, there's no checkpoints, there's no nothing. Okay? And we've got this lady who is from Texas. This is in Michigan, okay? This is in Wayne County, which is Detroit. This lady who is getting this footage is from Texas, and he came up here to help Michigan.
Right here. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. So, okay. So right here, for people who are watching, again, we're just getting this. These are people bringing them in coolers. There's no one around.
That looks like a radio.
That does not look like a bustling ballot counting operation. That looks
in the
like
dark.
That looks like the kind of place where Hunter Biden would find his next fix.
And one of the things is there's, certainly a lot to be happening. Wayne County has a lot of votes, but it's the dead of night. Yeah. The polls have been closed for hours and hours. Where are these?
And they were supposed to stop counting. That's what they said on air.
Right. And what are they doing at this particular moment that they need these type of containers at this particular time?
Wow. Okay. Let's keep fast forward. What was that voice that I just heard?
There's a white van.
Oh, it's someone
narrating.
A little cart thing. See?
Wow.
It's getting something out of there.
There's just one guy. Yeah. And he's not even wearing a tie.
So the person who's going to be logging in, her name is Kelly.
There's the box, you guys. There's the box. Okay. What in the ding fraudulent fact is going on here? What is going on? Okay. This is a battleground state. The entire state is red. We came out in force to go out and vote. And then all of a sudden, when we go to sleep, when I ended my broadcast, my live broadcast at 4:30 this morning, all of a sudden, they're just like, boom, all of these Biden votes. Look, right there. There it is. There it is, y'all, right there. And this ding in a t-shirt and jeans out there wheeling this in.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And she's a licensed attorney here in Texas, again, up in the Detroit area, who monitoring with some other groups that are part of
this lady is a licensed attorney from Texas who got this on film.
The Attorneys for Trump organization. They're monitoring, making sure that things get done correctly.
It's a wagon.
And you're going to see wagons and
that's
other
a wheel-wed wagon.
Strange implements. So this is either a horror movie or something worse.
Wow. You wouldn't be able to trust that just because some ballots could fly off the back. That's a guy in a WrestleMania t-shirt with a KB Toys wagon.
Wow.
So he's
I was
bringing
joking
these...
about the radio flyer.
No, but yeah, you're
That's
right.
actually
That's
a
a radio flyer.
He got the nice brand.
On brand.
Yeah, the good thing, yeah, it's that's name brand.
Good for him.
Wow.
They spent the extra $20.
So think of the different points here where there's no security. There's no security. First off, we have no idea how these things got into the van. There's no one there right now escorting him from the van. There's no one meeting him as he brings it into there. Like, you would think that there should be a human conveyor belt of people. It should look like American Gangster when they're all cutting the cocaine naked so that you're sure they don't have anything in their pockets. And this guy's just walking in. There is an instinct got into the van. There's no one there right now escorting him from the van. There's no one meeting him as he brings it into there. Like you would think that there should be a human conveyor belt of people.
Look it. It's empty. The place is empty. The door is unlocked. The place is empty. And you got Mr. WrestleMania Ding Ding here bringing in a red wagon? A red wagon with a box that other people have been guarding and locking up. And you got this idiot that's coming in there in early AMs when they said they are going to stop and reconvene at 9:30, 10 o'clock the next day. And what happens? Before that, we get this ginormous spike and Michigan flips. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
People. It should look like American Gangster when they're all cutting the cocaine naked so that you're sure they don't have anything in their pockets. And this guy's just walking in. There isn't any kind of official there for hundreds of yards.
Goodness.
He's just bringing in a wagon right there. And
We
we
actually have her on air, the person who
recorded, and we have more videos. So let's and her name is
Kelly Sorrell.
Kelly Sorrell. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us. Hey, and look at this. Even after a long night, you look better than the people over there on CNN, and you actually have lighting and sound functions. Kelly, I don't want to get this wrong here. My half-Asian lawyer Bill is here. That was you videotaping this, and I don't want to be redundant, but I don't think this can be stressed enough. This was happening in one of the major areas of Michigan, right in Detroit.
Is that a little bit better?
I was bringing it in a red wagon, these ballots. Explain to me what you saw and why you brought it to half-Asian Bill's attention and officials. Why is this so concerning?
Well, I actually went up there. All the polls were closed, and I went up there after we had all gotten back to the hotel. I was kind of watching the news and.
Listen, when I change the volume right here, when I change the volume, does the volume change? Does the audio get any better or any worse, or does it change at all when I change the volume? When I play the video?
Decided I was going to go check on, it's called Kobo. And so I thought I'd go downtown and check out how the absentee ballots were being counted and see if they were still counting, because I had actually heard on the news that they weren't going to be counting anymore.
That's exactly. So we were doing the election stream all night. And keep in mind that into that point, when we were about to go to bed, they said we're going to reconvene. I think they said at 9 a.m. or they said at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, an hour later,
The sound is better now. Okay, good.
In Michigan for Biden. So yes, we were there last night. People can corroborate it. 8 million people watched. They said no more counting. And that's when you started filming this video, right?
Well, yeah. And so as soon as I heard that, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go down there and just check and make sure that they actually are cutting it off, because I would hate people to leave or not be down there checking on things and they be doing something shady. So I went down and I actually got in and they screened me for COVID. They took my temperature, made sure I had my mask. I kind of roamed around and I was like, I'm going to go grab some coffee and then come back and park for the night, because they were active. So I left, and as I was walking out the door, I see this white van pull up. And as I stopped for a second, turned on my phone, you saw the video where I kind of like walk around and I see he's pulling out like an old radio flyer wagon and is like connecting it. And then I get in the car and I see him like drop the box. And that was pretty much, we had worked polling stations for the night. And that's, very similar to the box that we had seen and been watching and monitoring to make sure that got locked and removed from the polling stations, put in vehicles, and driven to the secure locations.
Right.
So it was just one of those where I was like, that's kind of weird. So I went and grabbed my coffee, came back, and just was sitting and just observing. I tried to go in. I'm not a Michigan resident, so I'm not allowed to actually go and roam around on the floor.
Right.
But I could observe. It was a glass window. I could observe. There was no security at the door. Nobody was checking bags or credentials or,
That is a giant breach of security right there. Nobody's checking credentials. Nobody's checking anything that's coming in or out of there. What if that guy had a bomb? Okay. What if that guy had a bomb? Okay. Think about it. I'm just going to walk in here with a giant flipping box and a red cart. What if that was a bomb? It could have been a bomb. Nobody knows, because guess what? Nobody was there to check it out. There was no security. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Who was coming in, even identification, anything. People were just able to go in. I'm assuming if they were actually counting ballots, they would get something somewhere.
Right.
But just for regular folks, and there were other attorneys in our group that actually got in later and just roamed the floor.
So that was the first video, and I understand that we have some other videos as well, if I'm not mistaken. Correct there, Quarter Black Carrot?
I do.
So can you tell us what the next video will be? Quarter Black Carrot, give us a description, and then we'll go to our
It looks like we're inside of the area.
Inside of the
It's like
building.
the inside of the building. Okay. So we're
Looks
going
like
to
the
watch this
actual
here.
count
Stay with
area.
us. I just want to make sure that people can see this so we can sort of give people a visual aid. Let's show the inside of the building. This video here. Okay, so this is where they were going inside, and that's where they're supposed to be counting those ballots, I assume. And so, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of your lovely guest here.
Kelly.
Kelly. Right here, can you turn on the volume on the clip a little bit?
Yeah.
So Kelly, right here we see them coming in suitcases. Is this the same place at the area where they are now? Is that where you saw them bringing in the red wagon? Because in here it looks like there are quite a few people. That's a ballot counting operation.
Right. So I can't really tell which video clip you're looking at, but so it's basically like a convention center, the
Right.
building that we're in. So there's where we came in, or where I came in was kind of up on the upper level, and then you go down and there's entrances for everyone, and they're dragging luggage, they're dragging bags. Right. So I'm sorry, I forgot the name of your lovely guest here.
Kelly.
Look at this.
Kelly.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Suitcase. Rolly suitcase. That guy has a backpack. This guy's got a backpack right here. Oh, come on. Stop being silly.
Turn on the volume on the clip a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, come on.
So Kelly, right here we see them coming in suitcases. Is this the same place at the area where they are now? Is that where you saw them bringing in the red wagon? Because in here it looks like there are quite a few people. That's a ballot counting operation.
Look at that. Red cooler. Red cooler. Giant bag. Giant bag. What do these people have in these giant containers? What do these people have in these giant containers? Well, what is going on here? What is going on?
So I can't really tell which video clip you're looking at, but so it's basically like a convention center, the building that we're in. So
Giant bag, okay? And watch as she's moving. Watch as this lady's moving. You can see that this bag is super square, okay? It's abnormally square for a bag. So I don't know if this is some sort of cooler with like like canvas material around it, or what? But look how square this is. This is the, you've got a box in there. There is a box in this bag. What's in the box? What's in the box?
So there's where we came in, or where I came in, was kind of up on the upper level, and then you go down, and there's
Giant
entrances
bag.
for everyone, and they're dragging
Bag,
luggage, they're dragging
bag.
bags, they're dragging igloo, like ice chest. They're there doing 5 to 6 hour shifts.
Somebody's got a tennis
and
Somebody's got a tennis
yeah,
racket
and
in
they
there.
were taking those items in with
Look,
them into the clear
bag,
glass windowed
bag.
room that's to the back, and that's the
Big
area I
ass
couldn't
cooler.
cross into. So we weren't
Big
able
ass
to.
bag.
So that
More
the
bags.
glass area to the back is where they would go through to go into count the ballots.
Right.
And so this front area is the lobby area, and they would come in.
You can go and get some chips. That's fine.
And bring those items into that secure area that's in the
All right,
back
hold
where
on.
they actually have the ballots.
And that's where they were counting. And this is at that time when we had been told they had stopped counting. They weren't supposed to be counting.
Correct. And the concern was just the security concern. We don't really know what was going on with, or what items they were bringing in, or who was going in, or any of those things.
Yeah. So what is your primary, how does this differ from the normal experience, at where they would count ballots? Do people, right now what we're seeing is people bringing in by themselves with no security, red wagons and Coleman coolers, bringing them behind a glass area where no one has access. How does that differ from how ballot counting should look, or how it usually looks? Because keep in mind, for a lot of people, they've never seen any of this at work.
Well, I would think you could kind of look at how we vote, right? I mean, we go into a polling location. It's very formal. There's a process. We go through. They check your identification. They, validate who you are, verify that you're a person that's eligible to vote, that you're in the right precinct, you're in the right area. So, I would think that if we're going to go through all of those steps to make sure that our voting is protected, that we're doing it properly, you would think that our end result would have the same level of security.
Right.
And we don't see that here. And so the difference is basically they're just letting whoever in with whatever items. They're not verifying any of it. You see the two ladies standing there, but they're not stopping to say, hey, are you even supposed to be here?
Right. And so what would be the risk there of those people walking in with no stop? Here, hold on. We're going to have my half-Asian lawyer, Bill Richmond, here come in. What would be the risk of those people right now? They're walking with what appear to be giant, Santa sacks, or they're walking in with pillowcases full of something. We see people walking in with coolers. What, I guess, is your concern? They could be walking in with fake ballots? They could just,
fake ballots, absolutely. I mean, this is a battleground state. We came up here to Michigan to help Trump because this is a state that's under fire. This is one that we needed to be monitoring for fraud.
Right.
And it's kind of hard to monitor for fraud when nobody's checking.
Yeah. There really is nobody checking there. And I don't know if someone would argue, well, they're checking once you're past the glass. I don't know if someone would argue that.
They're not. They go in, they roam around, they sit down. I don't know what all goes on.
And so one of the important things here is, and we can raise a good point.
Yeah.
Look, maybe somebody's got some sandwiches, maybe someone's got some drinks, but at the very least we have a very clear appearance of a problem. And given how many concerns we've had, particularly in Democrat-controlled jurisdictions, about election security.
Big bag, big bag. Looks like a bag on the floor.
You imagine that the most heightened election security concerns that we've ever had, highlighted for weeks and weeks, on the day of the election in a battleground state in one of the largest precincts in
Cooler,
big
bag under his arm.
at a time
Big
when the ballots
bag
are coming
right
in.
there.
Now, again,
Big
the ballots,
bag,
it's not
big
like all of a
bag.
sudden, a
There's
million
bags all
Biden
over the
votes
place.
happened right after these igloos went in, but rather the very clear that at the
Big ass
least,
backpack.
we've got a lack of security that
Bag.
raises questions about the election itself, and
Another
particularly in
bag.
this jurisdiction.
Another
And at the worst,
backpack.
we have people who are without the ability to vet it, who's in there.
Well, this is also listen, as someone who has spent quite a bit of time in Detroit, you have more security at a racquetball court. It's Detroit. You have someone there guarding something. There is nobody checking at all.
Yeah, they're just walking in.
And at what time was this? Were these videos taken approximately, Kelly?
That was actually like, and ironically, the issue with Wisconsin came in at shift change. All of that where you see most of that luggage coming in is at their shift change at 4:35 in the morning.
Wow. Because you know what? We had to end the stream. Was it right about 4 o'clock? Right about 4 o'clock in the morning is when we ended. We wanted to stay here throughout the entire night. And then they said, we are going to reconvene later today and count. And then I took a nap, an hour nap in a hammock. I'm not exaggerating. And I woke up and Michigan had entirely changed. It happened right at that time.
It happened right in front of my eyes. And all I could think was, what the heck? You know, all I saw was all this stuff going in.
Now, what would you say to people who just say, well, that's also because all these votes are just Wayne County and that's heavily liberal? Would we expect that kind of a turnaround? I mean, there was a huge lead going into, or a big lead at that point by many. What was it? 6 points, Michigan, 8 points at that point before
Big bag, big bag,
4:38.
big bag.
What would you say to people who argue that?
So this is actually just kind of an interesting thought because we thought going into last night,
Turn down the clip.
we were doing great in Michigan. We had been working Michigan.
Right.
All of us spent yesterday, all of the attorneys, we spent roaming around, checking precincts, looking at, we did Detroit, we did the suburbs, we did all the different areas to see how many people were, you know, at the polling locations. And I will tell you that suburbia, loaded. You could tell people were packed in there. They were busy all day. You go into inner city Detroit, nobody was in there. So we were like, shoot, we got this. Like, yeah, heck yeah, we did good.
Right.
And then you come into this and it's like, what the heck? All of these absentee ballots pop up and we're just, okay.
Well, but couldn't it just be that people voted early and that's what they're finally bringing in? I mean, that's what people would argue, right? Well, these are just early ballots and they're counting them now, and that's a liberal county.
Well, okay. So another thing too is that when I left this morning, they were looking, or right after I left, they announced that they basically were around 16,000 uncounted absentee ballots.
Right.
That's what they were working on. And then by 10 a.m., it jumped to about 30 to 35,000. There was like about a 10-minute gap between 30 and 35.
Right.
And then the next thing we know, we're up to 120 something thousand.
Absentee
So,
ballots. And they were only
I don't-
expecting
how that
16?
happened.
They were only expecting 16,000?
Yeah, the first thing this morning, that's what they were looking at.
So I have a video that she might want to weigh in on. This is from Matt Finn at Fox News. And this, I believe, is the same place. It's this scene at Detroit's absentee ballot counting center. It's growing more heated, and the people are saying that there are allegations of violations, and they're covering up the windows so that people can't see what they're doing inside.
Okay, so Kelly, you're able to see what we're showing you right now, correct? Okay, go through.
I actually lived it already this afternoon.
Okay.
Our attorneys, I've actually been here at the hotel. I've not slept yet. And so we were working on some of this stuff, but some of the other attorneys with the group, they were kicked out. They weren't allowed in. And so they've been down here at the hotel and not able to go anywhere. So
Okay, well, let's show this video here that's going on at Fox News. So if you can confirm it, do we have that video here? Let's show it. So this is what they were doing. Why would they put up? What is that commonplace? Can someone let me know?
Video from the
That's from inside. Again, this is not coming from Kelly. The other videos that we just showed, the wheel-wed wagons and the people going with no security, that was separate. Kelly, that's exclusive to us. This is what they're showing at Fox News. Is that common practice at any polling station to cover it up with Bristol boards?
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to show that you're transparent and that these are legitimate elections, you should have that open ability to look in and at least observe to make sure that people are following protocols and there's some kind of, process that's being.
Let me show that again.
I thought that was the purpose to doing it.
Not able to go anywhere. So
Okay, well, let's show this video here that's going on at Fox News. So if you can confirm it, do we have that video here? Let's show it. So this is what they were doing. Why would they put up? What is that commonplace? Can someone let me know?
Video from the
That's from the
inside.
inside.
Of the,
That's from inside. Again, this is not coming from Kelly. The other videos that we just showed, the wheel-wed wagons and the people going with no security, that was separate. Kelly, that's exclusive to us. This is what they're showing at Fox News. Is that common practice at any polling station to cover it up?
The windows at my polling station weren't covered. Were the windows at your voting station, your polling station, were they covered? Let's go. Come on. Let's call it for what it is. Fraud. those votes aren't going to stick. That 100,000 in Wisconsin, it's not going to stick. We cannot afford to remain as the silent majority. Right now, we went out, we voted, we had our voice be heard. Okay, if you don't care which direction this election goes, then yeah, stay quiet. We need to be projecting our voice right now. We need to be exposing this. We need to go, listen, this isn't right. This is not right. This is not right.
With Bristol boards?
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to show that you're transparent and that these are legitimate elections, you should have that open ability to look in and at least observe to make sure that people are following protocols and there's some kind of, able to go anywhere. So
Okay, well, let's show this video here that's going on at Fox News. So if you can confirm it, do we have that video here? Let's show it. So this is what they were doing. Why would they put up? What is that commonplace? Can someone let me
That's
know?
a video from the
That's
inside.
from the
of
inside,
That's from
yeah.
inside. Again, this is not coming from Kelly. The other videos that we just showed, the wheel-wed wagons and the people going with no security, that was separate. Kelly, that's exclusive to us. This is what they're showing at Fox News. Is that common practice at any polling station to cover it up with Bristol boards?
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to show that you're transparent and that these are legitimate elections, you should have that open ability to look in and at least observe to make sure that people are following protocols and there's some kind of, process that's being, compliant.
I thought that was the purpose to doing it. I've never been to a polling station where it wasn't all glass.
I mean, I've seen more of the inside of a McDonald's than I've seen of that polling place once they put those boards up.
and then you scalded your crotch with coffee.
It was great.
Well, so it's really funny because I started, as soon as I got back this morning, I tried to start kind of discussing with different people the concerns I had and the things I had witnessed overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And so it got around in just this little group, in this little area. So I'm pretty sure it was probably discussed over there, and that's probably their response was somebody's in there recording, and so let's, lock them out.
Yeah, and keep in mind, we have a lot of people watching right now. So let me ask you this. What do you think, and I know you have to be careful legally, what do you think happened? What do you think was going on? If you have to guess what happened at those, that was the Devil's Hour 3:33, is that where something happens all the time? I don't know, I saw it in a horror movie, but 4:30.
Yeah.
What do you think happened? We saw people bringing in wagons and coolers unchecked and then putting up boards to cover up the glass. Do we just think they're saying, hey, we want to keep this secure, we don't want anyone to get shot through the glass? Is it just there were so many votes they were overburdened? So what do you think happened there in Detroit?
Well, I generally don't think you try to hide something if you're being transparent and honest.
Right.
I mean, that's generally, that's kind of how we see things, right?
Yeah.
If you're upfront and giving, doing the right thing,
right,
then you're happy to have people observe and see that you're doing what you're supposed to do by the people in your community, right?
Right.
So, I mean, the only thing that would lead me to believe is that they are doing something.
That is inherently dishonest, and it would seem to coincide
Absolutely.
with something that was almost nonsensical as far as the number jump. What kind of a challenge, I guess, can there be to this practice? As you're a lawyer,
absolutely,
and my lawyer Bill Richmond is here. What do we do? How do we fight this?
I'm not jumping in on that because I am not a Michigan attorney, and I'm just going to sit back and see where the administration wants to go, or where the RNC wants to go, or where the GOP here in Michigan wants to go.
Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. That's the thing. You were there to help. You were there to help. Yes, you're not a Michigan attorney, big whoop-de-doo, but you know things, okay? You're an attorney for a reason. You know how things are going to be handled, okay? Maybe she doesn't want to say either way because she knows she's being seen by a bunch of people. I can understand that, but I mean, you're already exposing everything anyways. So why wouldn't you be like, yeah, we need to fight this tooth and nail because this shit is wrong? You could say that. You could say that. You could say, hey, if I was a Michigander and I really cared about this and I really cared about my nation and my state and whether or not my vote counted, because I went out and voted. My mother, Conquest Mama, went out and voted. My wife, for the first time ever, being 30 years old, voted yesterday because she even sees that everything that's going on right now needs to stop. We need to shut down the left and their agenda. And we know the left has an agenda, and we've seen the left's agenda, and we see how crazy Dementia Joe is, and we know that he is completely gone up here. He's completely whacked out of his mind. He is gone. He's gone. And that's why they're coming up with that amendment to take away his power, just in case, whatever, he's not there. They're going to give it to Kamala Harris. Oh, Dave's leaving. Goodbye, Dave. Thank you for stopping in. I would love it. I would love it if she's the one that's sitting there getting this footage. Then she should testify, and she should be willing to testify because she knows that it's wrong, and she's for Trump, and they're doing this to rob Trump. They said, the left said, that they would do anything that they could to stop Donald Trump. And if they're willing to do anything that they can to stop Donald Trump, guess what? They are doing everything and anything that they can to also silence everybody who supports Donald Trump. We're seeing it all across the board. We're getting censored. A bunch of people got censored and taken off of Discord. Discord got hit so hard. How many of you, Fugle fam, miss being able to chat and hang out in the big groups that we had on Discord? I do. I loved going and digging in through all of that stuff and finding everything and reading what everybody had to say. And dang it, I just got into Marf's military room, and then Discord got hit. Everybody's getting censored on YouTube. Everybody's getting taken off. Snafu got hit. Marfugal a while back got hit. There are so many more of the Fugle family that got their channels taken down or silenced or hit. I mean, how many of us have gotten into Facebook jail before? I know I have. I've been in Facebook jail before. How many tweets are getting taken down? They are doing everything in their power to use the social media stuff and to censor the social media so that we, the people, cannot broadcast, cannot communicate with each other, so that we don't know what's really going on, so that they can pull the shades over our eyes and go, oh yeah, Joe Biden won. Joe Biden won. Joe Biden, yep. Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry. For those of us that are paying attention, we are not that friggin' stupid. We are not that ignorant. All right? We are seeing what is going on. We are seeing what's going on, and that's why I'm on here. Because you know what? If I have to you know what? I'm going to say it right now. If I have to travel somewhere and protest this, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll stand for my state. I wrote a blank check to the United States of America for the U.S. Army. You don't think I'm going to stand up being a vet here at home? I got nothing but time now. I got nothing but time now. I got nothing but time to make sure that my daughters and my family are able to live in a safe and secure and healthy, not just physically, but mentally healthy society. And we are seeing corruption more than ever. We are seeing corruption more than ever now that we are all locked down. And since March, we've all been locked down. The states have been shut down. Everybody's been laid off. We have nothing but time to go and dig and dig and dig and see all the corruption. How much crap is coming out? How much crap is coming out? West Virginia prepared mind. Hate to leave, but gotta fix dinner. I am in a red state. I know. I am so glad West Virginia went red. Listen, believe it or not, Michigan is a red state. We were red all hours of the night until they pulled the sheet over our eyes, and they pulled the sheet with that guy in his little stupid ass red wagon.
And what I would say is there's probably a million different ways. We saw from the Supreme Court rulings leading up to the election, there's a lot of different ways you can invalidate or otherwise allow voting to happen and create spoiled votes or invalid votes. Kelly's right. There's going to be a lot of decisions to be made by the party directly affected, so the RNC or the GOP in Michigan and nationally. But what it does is raises a lot of questions. What we'll really have to know is what is happening inside of that room, right? What is happening? What problems have been created from the lack of security? And again, at the very least, let's say Biden wins, it raises questions. Let's say Trump wins, it raises questions.
Right.
All it does is delay. And again, in one of the most central precincts in a battleground state for this to be happening, and then for this afternoon for it to, you're really doubling down on the problems, right? Saying we may have had a problem, but we're going to definitely cover up any resolution of the problem because then you'll believe it's getting done. It raises.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. He said, well, what if Biden wins? It raises questions. What if Trump wins? It raises questions. Let me stop you right there, Mr. Sir. Okay. If Trump wins, then it was a miracle. And we all know that it would be a miracle. But because of the flip-flop that happened while we were snug in our beds in Michigan, the flip-flop with Little Red Wagon Dude, okay, Joe Biden winning is the only thing that's going to bring up questions. Trump winning is going to be a miracle, what this country needs. And you know what? They're going to start riots. So be it. So be it. The left cannot take losing. They cannot. They hate Trump. They hate you and me. They hate our beliefs. They call you and I racist. They call you and I bigots. They call you and I xenophobic. They call you and I, white trash with white supremacy and white privilege. I'm sorry. I grew up as a poor white kid. I never had white privilege. The only time I had white privilege is when I went over to my grandparents' house. Then the grandparents spoiled the shit out of us. That was the only time we really got our white privilege. Okay? And it's because Grandma and Grandpa love me. So I'm the favorite. Said it on my live broadcast. All the other ones, I'm sorry, but I'm the favorite. It's okay. But that flip-flop is just, that's what's raising the question. The flip-flop and those whiteboards and everything else that we're seeing, that is the question, because it went from Trump all night to all of a sudden, surprise, Joe Biden with thousands of votes and nothing in the way of going towards Trump. That is the question. That is the question. Oh, I had a mom. Oh, trust me. Oh, trust me. I had a mama. My mama busted her ass to keep us happy. Played with us, did arts and crafts with us, hung out and rode the four-wheelers with us, went on walks, played in the leaves, fed us breakfast and got us ready for school and off onto the school bus and took our pictures on the first day of school. I have a wonderful mama.
This is a lot of questions.
Well, I mean, for some context with Florida, they just thought it was too close for comfort, so they wanted recounts. It's not the same thing as, well, and there were the butterfly ballots. I think, was that what they were? The butterfly ballots, that what they called them, the term? In this case, there are a lot of boxes being checked. There is a confusing process, and then there is no security, and then for some reason, they are proactively deciding to cover up the remainder of that process. And all of this happened. All of the video that you just saw happened around the time when we went to bed and we were told that we're not going to be doing any more counting. That looked, when you look in that room, that looked like Elves Before Christmas.
People up in there. And Kelly, keep us in the loop. Let's definitely see where things are going. Michigan is still important to say. There's a number of percentage that's out. It's a very close battleground. We're curious to know what else happens. But thank you to you and the other attorneys who are up there working on this and keeping an eye out for what can only be described as again.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.
Okay, check this out. All right, this is continuing on the voter fraud. Okay, check this out. Breaking: Wisconsin has more votes. This is a while ago. Wisconsin has more votes than people who are registered to vote. I hit this earlier. Total number of registered voters: 3,129,000. Oh, that's funny. That number's a little bit wrong here. Okay, and then we go down here and look. Oh, look at that. This is direct evidence of fraud. Direct evidence of fraud. Guess who's the fraud? And we know he is a fraud. He's been a fraud for 47 years. He's been a fraud for 47 years. This man never had to run. He didn't have to run. He didn't have to become the 45th president of the United States, come in, make us pay, $1.90 for gas instead of the $5 of gas during this ding dong and his superior ding dong, who I'm not going to name because I don't like this guy. Oh, the optics have been high. We're seeing fraud across the board. We're seeing fraud across the board. Okay, hold on. Let me pull something else up. I'm gonna play one. I'm gonna play one, and then I'm gonna play the other. Okay. This is going along the same lines. Here we go. Who's coming in right now? Robin! What's going on, Robin? I miss you so much. Brenda, hello. Hi, everyone here from fake-ass California. Still holding on for Trump. He is our only hope. Man, that's just, I'm sorry. Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys. That's a real person right there. That is a real person right there. Hi, everyone. Here from fake-ass California, still holding on for Trump. He is our only hope. There are a lot of people in California that came out and voted for Trump, even though they just gave California to Biden. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional here because I am passionate. I am a veteran of this. I'm a veteran of this amazing country, and I wrote that check to this country so that we don't have to put up with this stuff. These are tyrants running rampant on our country. And it's so good to see all of you real Americans, Fugel fam, part of the Snafu crew, and the brothers and sisters of Bones, and here hanging out with the Conquest family. It's so good to see people like Brenda from such a blue state saying so passionately that she's still holding on for Trump. She's holding on for hope. And hello. I can watch the replay of what I missed. Gotta go. Thanks for all these updates, Josh. Absolutely, Ann. Absolutely. I wanna be updated, and this election isn't like any election that we've ever seen before. Sorry, I was getting a call from the waif. Okay, so let's get back into it, okay? Let's get back into it. Share audio. This is Eric Trump in Philadelphia. Eric Trump in Philadelphia, guys.
We declared victory in Pennsylvania. We're up by 400,000 votes, with 86% of the precincts in. 86% of Republican votes still coming in from Trump country. And the Democrats know that the only way that they can win this election is to cheat in Pennsylvania. And we've seen it from day one. We found ballots in drainage ditches. They're not letting our poll watchers watch the polls. They're not letting them inside. There's video after video of them passing out collateral material in polling sites all over Philadelphia. They're trying to cheat. They have 3x5 printed big posters in polling locations all over the city saying to vote for Biden and Harris, which is totally illegal. They're passing out flyers. The supervisors of elections, we have them on video, certain ones wearing literally
Biden-Harris face masks in polling locations, which is totally illegal. And now they won't let, and we brought one great gentleman here with us today, Jeremy, who's a poll watcher down at the convention center. They won't even let him watch as they count the ballots. They put them behind a fence 40, 50 yards away where they actually can't see the counting happening. Guys, this is fraud. This is absolute fraud. We've seen it in Philadelphia before. They're trying to make a mockery of the election of this country. My father is up by almost 500,000 votes in the state with 86% reported. And plenty of red counties left to go.
I was in the United States Army.
Red left to go. We're going to win Pennsylvania, but they're trying to cheat us out of it because they know it's their only path to victory. They know it's the only path to victory. And so we came here today. We met with all our lawyers. We are going to file suit in Pennsylvania. It's a shame that we have to do that. It's the last thing that we wanted to do. It's the last thing my father wanted to do. But this is rampant corruption, and it can't happen. It simply can't happen. It's not fair. This isn't democracy.
Amen to that. It cannot happen. I'll play that one more time, okay?
We've declared victory in Pennsylvania. We're up by 400,000 votes, with 86% of the precincts in. 86%. We have Republican votes still coming in from Trump country. And the Democrats know that the only way that they could win this election is to cheat in Pennsylvania. And we've seen it from day one. We found ballots in drainage ditches. They're not letting our poll watchers watch the polls. They're not letting them inside. There's video after video of them passing out collateral material in polling sites all over Philadelphia. They're trying to cheat. They have 3x5 printed big posters in polling locations all over the city saying to vote for Biden and Harris, which is totally illegal. They're passing out flyers. The supervisors of elections, we have them on video, certain ones wearing literally Biden-Harris face masks in polling locations, which is totally illegal. And now they won't let, and we brought one great gentleman here with us today, Jeremy, who's a poll watcher down at the convention center. They won't even let him watch as they count the ballots. They put them behind a fence 40, 50 yards away where they actually can't see the counting happening. Guys, this is fraud. This is absolute fraud. We've seen it in Philadelphia before. They're trying to make a mockery of the election of this country. My father is up by almost 500,000 votes in this state with 86% reported and plenty of red counties left to go. We're going to win Pennsylvania, but they're trying to cheat us out of it because they know it's their only path to victory. And so we came here today. We met with all our lawyers. We are going to file suit in Pennsylvania. It's a shame that we have to do that. It's the last thing that we wanted to do. It's the last thing my father wanted to do. But this is rampant corruption, and it can't happen. It simply can't happen. It's not fair. This isn't democracy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna pull up one more video, and then we might pop over to Stand Up Michigan, because Stand Up Michigan, I know, is going to be probably putting out some very good information. They've been putting out very good information on the coronavirus and how wearing a mask is so dangerous for you. And there's a doctor on there that is a specialist in this sort of stuff. And she goes, "This is dangerous. This is insanely dangerous. It's given us pneumonia. We're going to all end up having pneumonia, and they're going to call it coronavirus. They're going to lock us all down, and we're just all going to suffer. We're all going to suffer. And guess what? If they lock us all down again and they defund the police and there's no more police there, guess who's going to be running the streets? All the criminals. Who's going to have to take care of it? You and I."
Well, that's a hope that we're here in the city that's really the birthplace of our democracy. And this is among one of the most anti-democratic things I've ever seen or encountered. And it's not just here in Philadelphia. This is going on all over the country. We have filed a lawsuit. The lawsuit actually required that when these mail-in ballots that are highly suspicious anyway, this form of balloting has always been considered the most prone to fraud. That's according to the New York Times when it didn't apply to candidate President Trump. Well, we were supposed to be allowed by law to observe the counting of the ballots. Now, observe means to any intelligent person being able to look at it. The way it's interpreted by the Democrat crooked machine of Philadelphia is that the observers can be 20 or 30 feet away, never able to see the ballot itself, never able to see if it was properly
Hello, Sweet Jenna.
properly addressed, properly signed on the outside. All the things that often lead to disqualification of ballots or make it very easy to dump 50,000 totally fraudulent ballots because they're not observed. This went on for 20 hours. While all of you thought there was some kind of legitimate count going on here in Philadelphia, it was totally illegitimate. So we went back to court and we went before a Democrat judge. No need to tell you what the result in Philadelphia is if you're before a Democrat judge. Obviously a political hack who doesn't know the meaning of the word observe. Observe means to be able to look. Not a single Republican has been able to look at any one of these mail ballots. They could be from Mars, as far as we're concerned, or they could be from the Democratic National Committee. Joe Biden could have voted 50 times, as far as we know.
These people are not allowed. They are not being allowed to look at the votes. They're not allowed to see what is going on and who is voting. This is extremely wrong. Sorry, I got bad knees and I've got the laptop sitting on my lap, so I got to shift every now and then. Things are out of control right now, out of control, and we have to be praying right now. We have to be praying if we care about our future, not only for ourselves but for our children, for our grandchildren, for the well-being and safety of this country. I've got police officer cousins who are looking at this stuff and they are going, I don't understand how people can be this dumb to vote for Joe Biden. If Biden gets it, my cousins are going to be out of a job. They're going to be out of a job. Sweet Jenna needs prayers, okay? We'll be praying for you. We'll be praying for the whole Fugel family. Be praying for everybody. We all need prayer right now. We are the American people, and our way of life, our freedom, our everything, our future is at stake right now, and we all need prayers. We all need to be praying.
Or 5,000 times. The ballots could be from Camden. Philadelphia, unfortunately, and I would say this about my own city, has a reputation for voter fraud. You have a reputation for dead people voting, and we're going to go look at just how many dead people voted here. I didn't think we'd have to do that, but we will. And you have a reputation for people being bussed in from Camden voting here. Wouldn't be the first time that happened. But this goes way beyond any of that.
Shit, I should have went to all the other surrounding counties and voted the crap out of
We have exactly the
Trump.
same lawsuit in Wisconsin, where exactly the same thing happened. Except in Wisconsin, mysteriously at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, about 120,000 ballots appeared. Oh, here come these ballots. Well, we have no idea if they really are ballots. We have no idea if they're signed, if they're postmarked properly, if it isn't just the same person who submitted 100,000 ballots and they all got counted. This is the way they intend to win. Now I'm informed by former Congressman Sweeney, who's been going around the country collecting this information, that similar situation in Arizona, similar situation in Nevada, and a similar situation, what am I missing, John? Where are you? In Michigan, in Detroit, Michigan. Again, let me be specific what it is. This whole new thing that never happened before in our country, these mail-in ballots, which has been a cause of real concern for everyone because they can easily be fraudulent. Well, one of the things that the law attaches to that is the right for both parties to observe the ballot.
Whoops, my bad. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry.
Michigan, in Detroit, Michigan. Just the same person who submitted 100,000 ballots and they all got counted. This is the way they intend to win. Now I'm informed by former Congressman Sweeney, who's been going around the country collecting this information, that similar situation in Arizona, similar situation in Nevada, and a similar situation, what am I missing, John? Where are you? In Michigan, in Detroit, Michigan. Again, let me be specific what it is. This whole new thing that never happened before in our country, these mail-in ballots, which has been a cause of real concern for everyone because they can easily be fraudulent. Well, one of the things that the law attaches to that is the right for both parties to observe the ballot, the way we do with absentee ballots.
We need to observe the ballot.
Signed. On the outside, there's a signature. You make sure that it's properly postmarked. You make sure that it's properly addressed, and then you pass on it. A number of these are often challenged by the Democrat representative or the Republican representative. We never got a chance to look at a single one of them. The gentleman here who did this for us says about 100,000 ballots went through that process in the 20-plus hours in which they wasted his time by not allowing him to see a single ballot.
100,000 ballots. 100,000 ballots they weren't allowed to see that went through. That's real convenient. That's real convenient. That's real convenient for Dirty Joe.
The gentleman here who did this for us says about 100,000 ballots went through that process in the 20-plus hours in which they wasted his time by not allowing him to see a single ballot. Well, that's 120,000 ballots that should be just be taken out of the count. So you want to look at that number, that 120,000 should come out. And this is an area in which Biden is getting 60, 70% of the vote. I don't know if this is going on any other place, but it is going on in enough frequency in Wisconsin that we've brought suit, and now we'll have to look into 3 other places. What it says to me is this is
you need to look into Antrim County. Antrim County over there right next to Grand Traverse County here in northern Michigan. Red county went 60-some% blue. Went 60-something% blue. Let's see, hold on. Antrim County. I wish I could pull this up, but I guess I can't. Never mind.
a concerted effort of the crooks that run the Democrat Party. And you know, these big city machines are crooked. You know that. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years of one-party rule leads to corruption of all kinds. Voter fraud is one of the biggest because that's how you keep your power. But we're not going to let them get away with it. They're not going to steal this election.
Good. They better
This
not.
election gets decided by the people.
Absolutely.
These people, the elite, they don't care about the people. The people are the deplorables, the chumps. They're not important. To President Trump, he's the whole reason that he ran for office. And he's the whole reason for which he's carrying on this campaign, so that your vote can mean something, so that your vote doesn't get wiped out by 100,000 fraudulent, meaningless paper ballots that no one gets to observe. So we are going to continue the lawsuit here. We're going to bring a second one, and then we're going to bring a federal lawsuit.
Good.
And we're going to take a very good look at whether we bring this nationally. We certainly are going to bring it here and in Wisconsin.
Do it.
Possibly we'll do a national lawsuit and really expose the corruption of the
Do
Democratic
it.
Party. But this is beyond anything I've ever seen before. This comes when you think you have so much power and you own the media that you can do anything you want. Well, sorry, we're going to fight for the people. We're going to vindicate their right. And the ultimate result is President Trump has won Pennsylvania. I've never heard
Amen.
a count where you're ahead by 400,000 with 80+% counted, and they haven't called it for you yet. They called California the moment the polls closed. How many votes do you have to be ahead to win, for a Republican to win here? How many votes do we have to be ahead?
Listen, they called Washington State as soon as it opened. They gave it to Biden. What's Washington? How many votes does Washington have? Like 12? Yep, 12 electoral votes for Washington, which we know is probably going to go blue anyways, but it was at 1% reported, and they put a check mark. They colored that state in the dark blue, labeling it as 1. So they automatically just gave those 12 electoral votes. They gave those 12 electoral votes straight to Joe Biden. Trucker JP listening as I'm driving. God bless y'all. Well, God bless you, Trucker JP. God bless, brother. We're here. We are trying to do the best that we can to get this information out to the fam, to get the information out to the people who might not be able to see it. Okay, who might not have TV to see the C-SPAN, or might not be searching the right thing. We're trying to get it out, and I'm just saying, any one of you at any time, feel free to message me on the Conquest Josh Facebook on Messenger. Message me if you guys have any local shenanigans that are going on. You guys can get that information to me, or you guys can message me on Twitter. I know there have been a few people that have been giving me some information and keeping me up to date on Twitter, so that I can take that and I can share it with everybody else. And so far, everybody's been very thankful that we've been putting this information out there. We need to know, and we need to know who we need to be praying for in the areas that we need to be praying heavily for. We know what you mean, Gianna, sweet Jenna. We know it's a total shit show. We know. New York is in uproar right now. Yes, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. And you want to know why? You want to know why? Check this out. Here, hold on. I'll bring Mr. Giuliani back on. Let me share this. Okay, check this out. All right. New York is labeled blue. It's 55.7 to 42.9. But look at this, okay? You guys see New York here. You guys see New York. Watch this. See how it's blue? Watch this. Watch as soon as I click on it. Boom! New York turns so damn red. It's unbelievable. But you got Buffalo, you got Rochester, you got Syracuse, you got Albany, and you got New York City, who are blue. But look at the rest of the state. The rest of the state knows what's going on. They have a head on their shoulders. They've got their heads not buried so far up somebody's ass that they can see the light of day through somebody else's mouth. How nuts is that? Okay? How nuts is that? New York State, bam, red. Even way down here. This is all red right here. And surrounding New York is red. We know. Pennsylvania right now. Obviously, Philadelphia is blue and Pittsburgh's blue. But the rest of everybody, they know. Let's see. Can I bring up... Where's the county map? Maybe I can't bring up counties on here. But when you bring up the county map, can I? Come on. All right. If I was able to bring up the county map, all of this is red. All of this is red by county. I mean, look at Illinois. Boom. Blue state. Red, 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 everywhere. But what do they got? Chicago. Blue. Big surprise. Wisconsin. Tons of red all over the place. Michigan. Look at Michigan. Michigan's all red. They tried to say that Antrim County was blue, but it's gray right now because they've got some shenanigans going on. And they want to know what the hell's going on here. This is my county. Look at all this red. Solid red. Oh, looks like Grand Rapids is blue now. Well, earlier I saw that Grand Rapids was red, so who knows what's going on. Who knows what's going on. But even out in California, I mean, tons of red out here in California, and of course they're not going to have it dark red. Of course, California is not going to be dark red because they don't want you to know that this many people want Trump. They want this entire state to be blue. Oregon, look at that. Portland, big surprise. Salem, big surprise. All of this is blue. The rest of the state is red. Washington. Look at all the red in Washington. It's ridiculous. They had Texas blue. But look at all this red. Okay? This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible to be seeing all of this fraud. Absolutely horrible to be seeing all this fraud.
Ran for office. And he's the whole reason for which he's carrying on this campaign, so that your vote can mean something, so that your vote doesn't get wiped out by 100,000 fraudulent, meaningless paper ballots that no one gets to observe. So we are going to continue the lawsuit here. We're going to bring a second one, and then we're going to bring a federal lawsuit. And we're going to take a very good look at whether we bring this nationally. We certainly are going to bring it here and in Wisconsin. Quite possibly, we'll do a national lawsuit and really expose the corruption of the Democrat Party. But this is beyond anything I've ever seen before. This comes when you think you have so much power and you own the media that you can do anything you want. Well, sorry, we're going to fight for the people. We're going to vindicate their right. And the ultimate result is President Trump has won Pennsylvania. I've never heard of a count where you're ahead by 400,000 with 80+% counted, and they haven't called it for you yet. They called California the moment the polls closed. How many votes do you have to be ahead to win, for a Republican to win here? How many votes do we have to be ahead? 400,000 is not enough? With 80+% counted, I think there's only 14% of the vote to go. Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools? You know something? The Democrats do think you're stupid, and they do think you're fools, and that's why you get called deplorable and chumps. It's over. We're going to stick with this. We're going to win this election. We've actually won it. Just a matter of counting the votes fairly.
I'm going to play that last little bit again.
This comes when you think you have so much power and you own the media that you can do anything you want. Well, sorry, we're going to fight for the people. We're going to vindicate their right. And the ultimate result is President Trump has won Pennsylvania. I've never heard of a count where you're ahead by 400,000 with 80+% counted, and they haven't called it for you yet. They called California the moment the polls closed. How many votes do you have to be ahead to win, for a Republican to win here? How many votes do we have to be ahead? 400,000 is not enough? With 80+% counted, I think there's only 14% of the vote to go. Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools? You know something? The Democrats do think you're stupid, and they do think you're fools. And that's why you get called deplorable and chumps. It's over. We're going to stick with this. We're going to win this election. We've actually won it. Just a matter of counting the votes fairly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And check this out. Okay, so I know there's a big controversy with the whole Sharpie thing. Okay. And I've been seeing different things with the whole Sharpie ordeal. Oh, hold on, you guys. If you guys can hear me, laptop's not responding. So if you guys can hear me, just give me 1 second, okay? It might kick me off here. Something's going on. They're hacking in. They're hacking in. Hold on, you guys. Get out of the bathroom, Tolly. Okay, you guys can still see me. You guys can still see me, so I am still live. Okay. Okay, good. All right, it's a little delayed. Let's see if can I. All right, so what just happened is I'm still live right now. My internet window, it has frozen for whatever reason. My internet window has still frozen. I was trying to share something with you, and I was wondering if I was still live or if I was paused, because it shows on my streaming window that things are dark. But I just pulled myself up right here, and I can see that I'm still live and talking with you guys here. Hold on. I don't want to exit this. But here, hold on. Let's get out of this. I'll go to what I was going to share with you guys. If you were given a black Sharpie marker to fill out your ballot, call the Michigan number below to report your polling location. The machines will successfully count your ballot, but will not count your vote because the machines only detect black pen ink. Black pen ink. And it shows a bunch of different things on here, different phone numbers for all the states. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, you guys, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna try and exit out of this and see if it'll refresh, but it's saying that it's not responding. I don't know what's going on, but listen, I'm coming back, okay? If for whatever reason my broadcast ends, I'll start another one. So just hang in there, okay? Just hang in there. I'll be right back if this exits, okay? Having some technical difficulties. They've detected the truthers. We're getting the truth out there. They don't want us to get the truth out there. Come on. Come on now. Come on, come on. Oh, let's see. That's surprising because I don't know. All right, hold on. I'm going to try and close this and I'll be right back, okay? Hello, hello. What in the world? Why does this have me? Why does it have me over there? Hold on, you guys said it's blurry. They might have tried to change my resolution. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by, stand by. Let me try and get into it. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Settings, quality, 720. 720p right here. How's that? Is that better? I'm back. I'm surprised. I closed my whole browser window. All right, I'm tired of listening to myself on my phone. My headphones are awesome because they connect to my computer and my phone. I'm still hearing myself. Shush, you and you on my phone. Oh, it's because I've got the live stream. I'm such a goofball. Here we go. Whoop. Hey, stop it. There we go. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm back. Hello, hello. You're live. Live updates 2020 presidential elections fraud with your boy Conquest Josh and the Conquest family and a lot of the Fugel family showing up and a lot of the Snafu crew, and we're probably all a part of all the same family, which is why doing this is so important, because it's ghetto fab, as Mama says. Okay, now let me try and do this again. Let me try and screen share. This is where it goofed up the last time. Come on now. Come on now. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. If you were given a black Sharpie marker to fill out your ballot, call the Michigan number below to report your polling location. The machines will successfully count your ballot, which means they will suck the ballot into the ballot machine, but not your vote, because the machines only detect black pen ink. So if you do not fill that entire bubble out with black pen ink, it has a hard time recognizing it. Like if you fill it in halfway or less than half, if you put a little scribble on there, if you make that little bubble look like an eyeball, I believe that they need to have that entire bubble to be filled with black pen ink. And black pen ink is different than Sharpie ink. It is. So if you guys are in any of these states right here, call. I wish I had the whole picture, because I'm sure there was Sharpies distributed all over the place. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I don't know. Hashtag sweet truth, yo. It's not ghetto. It's ghetto fab. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is just, it's something else. It is something else. Let's see if I can find anything else that's going on. Let's see here. Let's see. Clinical error prompts unfounded claims about Michigan results. It's by factcheck.org. Oh, USA Today is saying President Trump falsely claims he won the 2020 election. Did you not see? Did you not see? Did you not see everything that Rudy was saying? Did you not see everything that Lil Trump was saying? Donald Trump says he will go to court to stop voter fraud. Absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't want that. Absolutely. Because that is so important. How in the world could you get 100,000 extra votes in Wisconsin when you don't have that many? Hi, Bones. Hi, Bones. Hi, Brother Bones. Oh, can you guys not hear? Can you guys not hear very good? Let's see what they do to my mic. Let's see. What's going on? Hello, my friends. Hello. Here we go. Is that better? Am I louder now? I'm probably louder now. I just cranked the crap up out of my microphone. Mr. Bones, did you ever get your meatloaf? Drain the Swamp 2.0. What is going on? Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. There's absolutely no way. You've got to, oh man. This is what I hope will happen. let's see. I've got it. No, I don't want to remove it. I want to play. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm hitting the wrong thing. This is what I hope is going to happen. And let's see if it happens. Now, we don't need Nevada, but Nevada would be great. Okay? It's been sitting at 75% for a while. There is an 8,000 or just under 8,000 voter difference in the vote count. Okay? That is so close right there. I think the difference in Michigan between Donald Trump and Hillary was 10,000, and they said that was one of the closest calls that's ever been. Nevada, we would love to have Nevada. We would love to have Nevada. And then on top of that, we would absolutely love to figure out what in the crap happened in Wisconsin, because if they're showing 100, what was it, like 110,000 extra votes, and Donald Trump was leading, and overnight Joe Biden flipped and took the lead. I believe if they follow through with these lawsuits, they're able to get in there, they're able to see what the hell's going on. I believe we will be able to take Wisconsin. I really, really hope that we will be able to take Michigan. Michigan isn't really needed if we can take Wisconsin. But if we can take Michigan, and we can figure out what the heck's going on in Pennsylvania, and what the heck is going on down here in North Carolina and Georgia. I mean, look at Georgia. Georgia is 97%. For hours, it's been 94%. It's time to call Georgia. It is time to call Georgia. For hours yesterday during my broadcast, Georgia was sitting at 94% reporting, and Trump was still in the lead. Trump was in the lead by 50 point something percent. I think it was like 50.4% in the lead. North Carolina is still at 94% reporting. And I don't know if that's because of how many people are deployed from the big military bases in North Carolina. Maybe they don't have those votes yet. But I can tell you what, after Joe Biden calls a bunch of those military guys stupid bastards, now clap for that, you stupid bastards. If a presidential candidate called me a stupid bastard, I would probably go over there and kick his nuts up into his throat. It's highly disrespectful to our military. Highly disrespectful. So, I'm not quite sure what's going on in North Carolina. Georgia, Georgia needs to be called. Georgia needs to be called. It is close, but Georgia needs to be called. Michigan needs to be investigated. Antrim County needs to be looked at. Detroit and all that crap that's being seen in Detroit and shown. that needs to be investigated. The votes need to be recounted, and in this count, in all of these counts, they need to look at the votes. Let's see, how's Alaska doing? Alaska's 50% reporting. But look, Trump is ahead, so far ahead in Alaska. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Swamp got bigger. Fire Fosse. Absolutely. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. I think they're just prolonging Trump's win. That way they can prepare more for martial law. Okay. They said Trump had North Carolina in the bag. I really hope so. I really hope so. Let's take a look at North Carolina. See, and this is what I do not believe. I do not believe that Fayetteville, with how many soldiers are there at Fort Bragg, because Fort Bragg, Fayetteville and Fort Bragg are nut to butt right up against each other right there. I do not believe that they are blue. I mean, there are a lot of criminals in Fayetteville. You know what they call Fayetteville? Hey, calm down in there, you. You know what they call Fayetteville? They call it Vietnam. There were so many shootings at the local Walmart. They had to close the local Walmart. One of them. It was a 24/7 Walmart. And then after all the shootings, while I was there, they had to make it open in the daylight hours so there weren't so many shootings. Oh, buddy. West Virginia. West Virginia, straight red. Look at that. I'm moving to West Virginia. Look at that. And of course, Ohio, Cleveland's blue, Toledo's blue, Columbus is blue, Dayton's blue, Cincinnati's blue. All these big cities are always blue. Look at Indiana. Indianapolis is light blue. Pretty much all red, which is nice to see. Look at Illinois. All red. And then you got blue crap up here. It's ridiculous. Michigan. Bam. Michigan, all red. You got Marquette, which is so dumb because there's so many Trump supporters up there as being blue. You got Flint being blue. You got Grand Rapids. I think they're flip-flopping in Grand Rapids. Every time I bring this up, Grand Rapids is blue, and then it's red, and then it's this color. And now look at it. Now look at Detroit. Detroit was blue, and now look at it. What are they doing? I believe. I got a brush. Oh, you got a brush. That's wonderful. Why don't you go and brush a Dolly's hair? And then come and show it to me, okay? I believe they're starting to recount in this area, this area, this area. Antrim County, Kent County, which Grand Rapids is in, which I used to live. Down in Wayne County, Detroit. Probably in your room, dear. Probably in your room. Grand Rapids should be all red. I agree. Grand Rapids was red. Grand Rapids was red for quite a while. Grand Rapids was red for quite a while, and now every time I bring up the election map, it is a different color. So riddle me that, Batman. What's going on? Every time I bring up that map, it's a different flopping color. And what are we at in Michigan? They called it for Michigan, but what are we really at? 99%? 99% in Michigan. I do not believe that. Not one little bit. So who knows? We'll see. We will see. And you know what's really sad? There are 12. Here, hold on. I'll go back to this. All right. These are the swing states. We have 12 of them. We have Georgia, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Florida, Iowa, Michigan, New Hampshire, Ohio, Texas, and Wisconsin. Last night and all night, Joe Biden only had 3 of the swing states, and Trump had 9 of the swing states. And then all of a sudden, it's, oh, Joe Biden got Wisconsin. This morning, early this morning, all of a sudden, Joe Biden has Michigan. What? Weird. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Something needs to change. Something needs to change here. Mr. Bones is out driving right now. Mr. Bones is out driving right now. Let's all be praying for our brother, Mr. Bones. My brother Bones. Big Bones. Let's be praying for Trucker JP. Let's be praying for Bones and Trucker JP. Truckers, the lifeline of this great country. Remember to thank a trucker the next time you talk to one. Say, hey, just thank you. You know, everything that we have, pretty much, I mean, 99% or 98%, 98% of everything we've got, like around the house and everything else, guess what? It was on a truck at one point in time. It was behind somebody in a trailer. So, God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Drive safe. We love you. We love you, and we hope you drive safe. Safe travels. Get to your next destination safely. Get all the rest you can possibly get, so that tomorrow you can drive safe. Oh, man. Minnesota needs to be investigated. Yeah. Let's face it. What's Minnesota at here? Let's see what Minnesota's at. Minnesota. quarter of a million. $250,000 difference. Oh, Lou's barking. Puppy wants to be inside. 251 miles to go. What is that? About 5 hours, Bones? It's about 5 hours, maybe. Or pretty close, anyways. Whitmer in the contact tracing order. Yep, we were talking about that. You've gotta go out and you've got to go out and when you want to, let's see. Hold on. Hold on here. I'm looking at something here. I don't know. Depends on how fast I drive. Put the pedal to the metal, brah. That big old red beast of yours. I don't know. I wish it was just a clear-cut win. Like I still remember the election night when in 2016 I went and I voted. I came home, spent some time with the family, and immediately got on and I watched. I was watching different news broadcasts and everything. It's fire red to you. Oh man, that's funny. You're a funny guy, Mr. Bones. Oh man, holy cow. I just want to take this time right now. I know I was doing something else and I got ADD, but I forgot what I was just about to do. But I'll fill it in with this. How about this? I just want to take this time right now to, I'm going to remove my glasses so that you guys aren't getting that silly reflection. I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, all of you, everybody that's been showing up for all of these updates. I'm going to try and stay on top of it the best that I can and get that information out there to you. We need to be in prayer right now. We need to be praying for our country. We need to be praying that these evils do not claim victory. And I'm thinking that's what's going on. They're trying to claim victory, and we're not going to let them. We are not going to let them. And I'm so glad that there were those people that were out there getting some of that footage of the stupidity that's going on. Okay. I love you guys. I want to say thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. My prayers are going out to all of you. Make sure to be praying for our family here, and we need to be praying for our president, and we need to be praying that they are able to take all of this to court. They're able to show the evidence. They are able to oust all of this evil. We need to find all of this evil, and we need to take care of it the right way. Otherwise, how are we, the honest people, supposed to trust a system and a party that is going to flood the polls with fake shit votes? This is why people go and say, when you ask them, hey, are you going to go and vote? They go, oh, well, your vote doesn't matter. My vote doesn't matter. Our votes don't matter. This is why there's been so many people that don't go out and vote. Tell the family I said hello. Hello, family. My biggest little is out there learning karate with the mama. And I got the little here with me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. What was I going to go and do? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's see here. Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum 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 bum. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. I got a good one.
To secure the borders and strengthen the military of our nation, to frustrate those who plan terrorist attacks on our homeland, to foster law and order in our communities, to protect
This is
our
the Right
citizens
Side
from the current
Broadcasting Network.
to restore and strengthen our economy, to promote honesty and fairness in our trade agreements, to appoint to our courts judges who will faithfully apply our Constitution and laws as they are written, to defend the lives of the unborn from the violence of abortion, to improve our healthcare system, to properly care for our veterans, to defend the sacred heritage and safety of Israel.
Have a good night, Drain the Swamp 2.0.
And to promote and defend the
We'll see
freedom
you
of
later.
all citizens in the United States and throughout the world to live according to their religious beliefs. Lord, send your spirit to our president, that he may glorify you in every success and find consolation from you in every sorrow. Protect his family, guide his advisors, and enable his administration to accomplish today those things that will secure the physical and moral strength of our nation for our children and grandchildren. Father, we trust in your providence, which from its founding has guided and blessed the United States of America. Grant that this trust may grow and be rewarded as we live our calling to be good citizens on earth and faithful citizens of your heavenly kingdom. We ask all this in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amen to that.
And may we join together our our prayers and intentions by offering the prayer that Jesus himself has taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory, now and forever.
Amen to that.
Well, Bridget, it's a pleasure to join you in prayer, and all those that are watching. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Father. That was a wonderful prayer, much needed right now. I think you addressed so many issues that are going on today, and only we can ask all those prayers to be answered. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Father Frank. Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
Well, listen, it's such a joy to see all of you work and to work with you, and the rallies I've been able to attend, and the many rallies that I've watched. You guys are just blessed by the Lord, and
Can you guys hear this video okay?
And just the dedication, the exertion, the commitment that each and every one of you shows is inspiring to me, and I'm sure to the hundreds of thousands of viewers. So thank you for that.
Let me know if the volume's all right.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys. Good job.
Bless you.
Okay, so that was a prayer team.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Prayer team on Right Side Broadcasting
There were
Network.
a lot of viewers. Over 15,000 concurrent.
Wow. Yep. Amazing.
Very substantial margin. We're very happy with it.
All right, cool. It's so good to see. It's so good to see a news network like that one. So proud in their faith, and so proud of our president. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful to see. Oh yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to share something else with you. This is why I'm so concerned of what's going on right now in Michigan, you guys. This is what's happening in Michigan. Are these all the ballots that are being fraudulently put in there in like Antrim County and down in Wayne County? I mean, you've got this many votes for Biden at one time and then nothing for Trump. Sounds like something's going on here. Look at that. See, this is how it was last night when I went to sleep. When I got off of here, Trump was way out in front of Biden. Way out in front of Biden. And then all of a sudden it was like, bam. Biden came way back. Don't really know what's going on there. I have no idea. No idea what's going on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, hopefully we can figure out what's going on. Hopefully the people who are working with Trump, hopefully the people that are working with Trump are able to get this figured out, because if not, we're looking at very dark times ahead. Very dark times ahead, and I'm not going to stand for it, and I don't think a lot of you are going to stand for it either. I don't think any of you are going to stand for the crap that they're trying to pull. Absolutely not. I strongly believe that. Oh man, I strongly believe that we're not gonna overthrow. We are going to fix Wisconsin and what happened in Wisconsin, and I'm praying for my home state, my beautiful state of Michigan, that we can figure out what's going on in Antrim County, and we can figure out what's happening in Wayne County, where Detroit is. I don't know. I don't know. The amount of Trump flags and signs and stickers and just outright support. It's kind of surprising that Biden would take this. I don't understand. I don't understand. Well, you guys, thank you again for being on here and coming on and getting these updates. If you guys have any information that you want to share with me, I would love to be able to share it, get the word out there, network with all of our family, get everything out. I think I'm gonna call this video right now, and until we figure out what else is going on. We might not find anything else out for the rest of the evening, because a lot of the stuff that's going on is on the East Coast, and in East Coast right now it's 8:30 just about. So I'm not sure. Might have to wait and see what's going on. See what else. Oh, not very much of anything anyways. Hold on here. Leaving you let in the dark. Absolutely, Mama C. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Sorry, there was a video that popped up. Yes, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me in my channel just by being here and saying hello in the chat and everything like that. Saying hello in the chat and everything like that. Just remember to be praying for our president. Make sure you be praying for our country. Make sure that you do not go quiet. Do not let these evils walk freely. Okay? If you've got information, get it out there. Get it out there. All right? That's the only way we're going to be able to defeat this evil is if we share our information with our fellow family members, both here and in our homes. Okay? We cannot let them walk away with this. Brother Bones says, smash that like button. I guess if you want to. You could give it a light tap. You don't have to smash it. I don't want to break my like button. You guys are all pretty gentle. Hey, I appreciate it, Brother Bones. Thank you, Mama C. Thank you, Trucker JP, for being here and hanging out. Oh, Drain the Swamp, thank you so much for being here. Joe Dirt, thank you so much for hanging out. Robin Spiker, it was so good to see you. I miss talking to you. Oh, let's see. Who else? Sweet Jenna, we love you and we will keep you in our prayers. Promise. Lua B. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I think it's Lua B. Lua B, thank you so much for being here. Trucker JP back in the chat says, Jesus won. Amen to that. We have to remember that. It doesn't matter who is in the president's position. Jesus is king, and Jesus has already won. So, thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much, Brenda, from earlier. Brenda came in, and she's out in California, and she's hanging in there. She's hanging in there, supporting Donald Trump with a passion. She got me a little, reading her comment earlier, got me a little emotional because you know what? I'm very passionate about this stuff. And I'm just passionate about freedom. I am passionate about freedom and safety for my family, and I am prepared. I am prepared to protect what's mine, and I hope you are too. I hope you are too. Mr. Bones and Trucker JP trucking away. You guys stay safe. God bless you both. Drive safe. Get your rest so that you can drive safe tomorrow. Praying for a hedge of protection on our trucker brothers. The kid is currently pounding a hole through the wall, it sounds like. So I think that's time to call it. So remember, you guys can hit me up on my Twitter. You can hit me up on my Facebook Messenger. If you guys have my personal number, you guys can hit me up there. Or my email. My email is conquestpodcast989@gmail.com. So feel free to get a hold of me, okay? If you guys got any sort of news or anything, I'll be glad to go on live. Everybody needs to hear what's going on. So Much love, y'all. Thank you so much. This has been a live update of the 2020 presidential election fraud. What in the fraud is going on? This is Conquest Josh saying goodbye for now. Thank you again.